Hi Jeff, Barnaby here from Heavy Hitter Sales Video. Just doing a free website analysis for filtersupplies.com.au. So this website, it looks really cool. I like the grey colour scheme and the minimal design. It works quite well on this landing page. I think the logo is really cool. Whoever did that did a great job. So yeah, this landing page is quite good. Some basic information, some good hero images, and then the brands there, great. But what I ask is this a sales website or is this a brochure style website? Now a sales website is one that actively captures lead information and transfers prospects into customers. It works around the clock, it's always there doing its job. This website stands out to me as a brochure website. There isn't really anything inviting for me to click on, there isn't easy to read information, and there's no way for you to get my information if I'm an interested prospect. So, first of all, we look to see whether it's a direct response website or not. Now, a direct response website is one that talks to the customer. It immediately answers a customer problem or solves a customer question. So, looking at your headlines, this one is really big. I mean, it stands out. It's a little long. It could be condensed, could be made more customer relevant. Instead of focusing on business features, which is what this text does, it should focus on customer benefits or what it does directly for a customer. So this information is important. What you guys provide, that we can trust in you. Since you, like the length that you've been in business, your size, all of this is all really important stuff, but it's not presented in a way that makes someone want to read through that, and it's not presented in a way that directly responds to a customer. So smaller blocks of text work. When selling online, people want simplicity. They want it to be simple to get information, and they want the process of getting that information simple. If you have lots of text that they have to read through, it's daunting. They don't like the look of it. They don't want to have to go through this. They're going to look somewhere else. Also, if you're not directly solving a problem of theirs through the text, they're going to find someone who does. I mean, this information is all great, but they have to look through it to see if you guys can provide the solution they're looking for, or send you an email or get in contact with you. Now, an example of a website that addresses the customer really well is grasshopper.com. So grasshopper.com provides call services to businesses. Now, as you can see, the first thing you see is this massive headline, "Turn the world into your office." It addresses the customer. The subline is Grasshopper lets you run your business using your cell phones. It's responding to the customer. It's explaining what Grasshopper does, but in relation to what the customer wants. Any other text on the page, on the landing page, is in dot points. It's really easy to see, easy to read. You can almost take it that these are the top 6 questions that prospects ask Grasshopper before becoming customers, and they've just answered them for those prospects on the home page. It's so easy. There's such simple, easily digestible information for a prospect to read, and then they can choose to either purchase outright or click on some different things to get involved with the website and with Grasshopper. On Filter Supplies, there isn't anything really like that. Request a quote. Now, this is a good button. I think it could be made bigger, bolder, and pack a bit more of a punch. But then down here, we don't really have any good call to action buttons or things to invite people into the website. Once you get people interested in the website and clicking through it, your brand's getting stuck with them, they're liking what they see, it's just continually channeling them down your sales funnel. So, aside from focusing on business features as opposed to customer benefits, there's no way for a prospect to give you the information. Now, this is very valuable for you because it allows you to send out newsletters, information, specials, and just generally build rapport and relationship with them over a couple of months to nurture them from a prospect looking into filters to a customer buying filters from you specifically. So when someone's looking around, looking what to find, what they want to buy, they're trying to check out the competition, see what's out there. If you're offering them some information straight away that's going to help them make the decision, immediately you've solved one of the problems, as well as having the ability to continue solving problems, continue answering questions, and continue building that rapport with them over the few months that it takes for them to make a high order purchase, such as industrial or agricultural fuel and filter supplies. So having the ability to capture that is really valuable for such a business such as yours. Now the way to do this is through an opt-in box. Now an opt-in box is a very simple form, very different to an extended contact form. So in this situation, they have to fill in their details, click through this, put an inquiry, do this, send a request for quote. It's quite a bit of work. You're asking someone to send you their information so that you can then make a sale off them. If you were to immediately give them something in return for giving you their contact information, it's a win-win situation. They get something they want immediately, and you get something that you want, and through that they can be nurtured into a customer purchasing a product that they want from the company they want. So for example, you could say, give us your name and email, and we will send out the top 5 things you have to know about filter supplies, or the top brands for filters in this field. So as soon as they come to the site, they're getting some valuable information about the product you sell, not necessarily your business, but the products you sell, to help them make a better decision. You've solved a problem, and you can continue solving problems and answering questions, making them choose you for their supplier. So the design and navigation is quite good. As I said, it's a really well designed website. But large navigation bars are discouraging. It looks like there's too much information for people to go through, too many pages to look at if they want to get a really good idea of your business. I mean, mining, oil and gas, all these could be put under a single tab that drops down and shows people what they need to see. Or it could be contained in a really good sales video, or there's a number of ways to reduce the clutter on a page. Now this isn't especially cluttered. I think it's great that you have these images here. So I mean, you have this information right below this information. It's almost doubling up and just cluttering the page and this navigation bar. The text, as I said, dot points and in a more responsive way to a prospect would definitely go a long way as well. But then there aren't really any call to action buttons aside from this one. Now a call to action button, as you know, is something that gets someone involved in the website. It calls them to act. It can either get their email like an opt-in box, or it can take them to another relevant page, or something like that. These aren't really call to action buttons, these are just links. Whereas a call to action button is big, bold, and gets people to click on it. Good example of a website with good call to action buttons is flextrain.com. So as soon as you land, they have this really good hero image. That's great. But then there's a video that you can watch. You can click on a link, go and watch a video. You go down, there's some more big buttons here, really concisely summing up the website. They've got a very simple navigation bar, and these links are just inviting. Then you go down, learn more about FlexTrain. There's another really good call to action button. So another thing that flextrain.com does well is these testimonials. So testimonials are the best way to extend word of mouth marketing onto a website. People trust what their friends and people they meet say about a product, business or service, and a testimonial is the only way that you can get that on your site. It gives credibility to your website and it provides social proof. So having these testimonials here is really effective. But Grasshopper actually does testimonials really well. They have a whole section dedicated to it. They've seen the value that testimonials have for giving them sales online. In fact, it's the first thing you see after the landing page, a whole section dedicated to testimonials. They have personal testimonials for individuals looking into the product. They can relate to it. It shows them that everyday people use it as well. But then there's also these corporate testimonials. These big brands trust and use Grasshopper. For a prospect, that's a good sign that Grasshopper's service is really up to scratch and that the prospect should become a customer. It's really quite an effective method. I mean, being in the business since 1967 and having the largest in WA, I'm sure you have a huge array of people that you could draw on to provide quality testimonials. They'll add credibility to your website and help convert those prospects into customers. So that's just a basic website analysis for filtersupplies.com.au. You can do it with what you will, so I wish you all the best in your future business ventures. Cheers.